I'm back from my short vacation, and today I wanted to do a topic that is a bit different. So let's get back into it. After the hacker video, you might have thought, I'm putting out so many tech videos. Has this channel changed? No, the core focus is still business, it's still entrepreneurship, and that is what I do. So that is going to be the core focus. It is raining outside, even though this is really thick glass, you might hear it. So let's see what will happen. Anyways, today the video I wanted to do is 6 principles that Warren Buffett has taught, and these are 6 of my favorite principles that Warren Buffett teaches. So 6 principles, they cover all different aspects, and I believe these are aspects that Warren Buffett is really good at. So these are the teachings that I try to follow myself. I'm not 100% right all the time, but I try to follow it as much as I can. On earnings, the best teaching that Warren Buffett has taught, though he has done a lot on teaching, the best teaching is actually don't rely on a single income. I'll read it and I quote, "Never depend on a single income. Make investment to create a better second source." End quote. So this is a wonderful teaching, and this is something that is primary principle to becoming rich. If you rely on one source, most of the people, they rely on one source, that is their job. If that is the only source of your income, once you lose your job, you're down, you're done, that's the problem. Rich people, they have multiple sources of income. I'm trying to grow, I have multiple sources of income, I'm trying to grow more. Most of the successful people, they have 6-figure incomes from multiple sources. So that in turn makes a really big revenue. Second, on spending. Warren Buffett has said something really good on spending. Let's try to, first I'll read it and then we'll go into the explanation. If you buy things you do not need, soon you will have to sell things you need. End quote. This is really good. If we all have that time when you have money and you think that, should I buy this, should I buy that? If you keep on buying things like, for example, oh, that sports car looks good, let me buy it. Everything that you see, if you keep on buying it like that, things that you are not going to need in some time, what is going to happen is soon you will go into debt, you will lose the things that you need for the actual necessities will be lost. Example, I'll tell you, you need a place to stay, you need certain securities in your life. Depends on where you are. Certain places it is better to rent, but you still need that security. If you are so much into debt, you won't even be able to afford that. So that is something that you have to think about. Next, we'll go into what he says in the terms of savings. In terms of savings, Warren Buffett says, and I quote, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." This is key concept that many people don't get. Many people try to see their salary, okay, I have 1 lakh in salary, I'll spend so much and the remaining I'll put into savings. That is how we think. It has to be opposite to that. We have to first say, okay, this is how much I'm going to put into savings and the rest is what I'm going to spend. If this is what I have to save, this is the only amount I can spend. I cannot go more than that. That is very much the core concept, the difference between spending in a rich person, between a rich person and a poor person. Fourth concept we'll look at today is on taking risk. What Warren Buffett says about taking risk. He says, and I quote, "Never test the depth of a river with both feet." End quote. He says it so eloquently and it's like profound. This is really amazing. So what that means is, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't have a single investment. If it is a risky investment, only put something into it. Maximum is, you only have 2 legs, so maximum you can put is half. Don't put more than that, because if that sinks, the other half will save you. If you put all of it, no matter how good the idea, no matter how successful the company is supposed to be, maybe it is the next Google, whatever, if you put everything into it, you will it's not going to go good. This is a mistake that many people have made, and they have lost fortunes over this. So this is something that you have to understand and keep in your mind whenever you are taking a risk. On investment, he says, do not put all your eggs in one basket. That is popular. Many people have heard it. Now it has become a common saying. But Warren Buffett says this a lot. So I already explained that. We are not going to go into that further. On expectation, he says something that really touches me, that really explains a lot about human nature. Honesty is an expensive gift. Do not expect it from cheap people. Now, by cheap, he doesn't necessarily mean, those who are thrifty. He means the people who can't afford it. If you are rich, if you have enough, you don't have to be rich, but if you have enough, you see something that doesn't belong to you, you will not normally return it. You won't have the audacity, you don't have the thinking, the motivation to keep that. Example, someone gives me something, or I find some kind of thing on the road, a phone perhaps. I wouldn't think too much about it. I would return it to, I'll get my staff to return it to the police station. Maybe some lost and found people can find it. I don't need it. No matter how expensive the phone, I don't need it. It could be similar with any other thing. Even if I find a briefcase of, worth a lot of money in that, I can do that. That is honesty. I can do that. This is not an option for some people. There is a price that, you go above that, people's morality will start to slide. This happens when you are not satisfied, when you don't have enough. Their morality will start to slide. Everyone can be bought at a certain price. They say that. But if you are content, if you are happy enough, if you are satisfied enough with what you're making, then you can't be bought. You are only going to do what you are wanting to do. I hope that was clear. So this comes into even business deals. Whenever I'm dealing with someone, I try to deal with people who are really affluent if possible, but they shouldn't be greedy. This is something that I really look for when I'm doing my business deals. If I find that the person opposite to me has greed, then I'll be really careful. Because if he's greedy, if he's not content, if he is greedy, that person is going to screw me over. I'm sure of it if I give him a chance. Because of this same principle. He doesn't have any motivation for honesty. His morals are dicey. Because greed is equal to dicey morals. I've seen that happen a lot. On the opposite end of the spectrum, I have seen people who are really struggling with their life, but these people are dealing so honestly that it just astounds you. They need that, but even if they need that money, they will return it. They will deal with you with that kind of honesty. And even if you made a mistake and you're giving them more, they say, no, this is something more than you can, you made a mistake here. They'll point it out. If you find people like this, they're a keeper. Do business deals with them. In fact, I would suggest try to motivate them. I do that. I try to do that. If I find someone who is that way, whose morals are really strong, one, I would try to employ them. Two, if that's not possible, then I will try to make them grow. I will try to see if I can push more deals with them, or I can do more business with them. That is what I encourage, because that is what I want. I don't want the people who are totally greedy to prosper, because that's not going to be good. In the long run, these people are not going to help anyone. It's just accumulation of money, and that's what the problem is right now. So anyways, that's going off topic. These are 6 principles that Warren Buffett teaches. He has taught much more. I've read his books, and they have been really profound for me. They help me in my investment and my strategies. So Warren Buffett is someone who I idolize, and I just want to point out 6 principles that he teaches that really, I believe, are core to success. You need to take these up if you want to be successful in your own life. This has been Jamie for TopEvt. I'll see you in the next video.